Hi everybody, that's Allie.
And that is Dash,
Welcome to our playdate.
where we choose a game, sometimes make up our own rules, and play for a while.
Enjoy listening and playing along.
Or don't. We can't hear you. It's a podcast. We are choosing our own adventure with sodas.
Yeah.
And with this road trip. So many adventures.
Yeah, we are about halfway into our road trip to Jacksonville to do some improv.
That's the only reason we take road trips.
Right, to do improv.
To do improv.
Yeah. Yeah, we've never taken an improv to just vacation somewhere. At least, like, not you and me. But why would we, I guess?
I would take an improv vacation.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we always do it for improv.
Yeah, I would take an improv vacation.
It's never like you and me saying, like, hey, let's just go to
Improvication?
circus.
A provocation?
Let's go see the Circus Museum in St. Augustine.
I want to see the Circus graveyard. The Circus cemetery.
That'd be cool.
I want to see the Circus cemetery. It's probably in Sarasota. I gotta look up where it is.
It's in one of these Florida towns.
It's like a central Florida town somewhere. But yeah, if you're not in Florida, give like Florida circus history a Google. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good read.
Yeah, we have a very rich history. What was it? There was an episode of American Horror Story about it, right?
A whole season.
Whole season.
Freak
Right.
show.
Yeah, freak show.
Yeah. Speaking of road trips, hey little ghosties.
Hey, little ghosties.
We are gonna play Americana trivia game. This is from. Oh
Can you see the
man.
name? No?
Mm-mm.
Is it really tiny on the back?
It is very tiny. It's designed in New York. It's Kickerland. Kikkerland. Kickerland Games.
Okay. I've never seen this type of packaging before in any of the games we've played. So it looks super interesting. It's like an Altoids box.
It's like an Altoids box, but look, y'all, it's a slide top. That is classy.
Yeah.
It's not just an open it on a hinge. Oh, no. We are going to, and it fits right inside. I mean, I'm living for this situation right now.
Yeah, we love a good creative box.
Okay, so directions of game. Takes a card from the stack, asks the questions, gives the 4 optional answers. After the players pick their answer, the moderator reveals the correct answer. Everyone keeps track of their score. All right, so I'm going to have to do all of these.
Yeah.
And
so really,
it looks like
are we just quizzing me?
The answer is on the bottom of the card, so I'm going to try to pull the cards in such a way that I can't see the answers.
Okay. I trust you. It's for the podcast.
Yeah. That's for the kids. Ooh, these are
Just
nice.
like Wu-Tang.
Yeah, exactly.
Wu-Tang is for the children.
Wu-Tang is for the children.
And so is this podcast.
Yep. We also feel strongly about you protecting your own neck. All right. So I'm going to try to just slide a card up and then keep the bottom covered. Okay, good. I got it.
You got it?
I'm doing it. Okay.
All right.
So, Dash, which U.S. city established the first U.S. public school?
What are my options?
Jamestown, Plymouth, Boston, or Hampton?
A part of me, so I obviously don't clearly know the answer to this, but a part of me wants to say Boston. I feel like Boston's that kind of town that would do the first ever public school.
I think Boston is the first college.
Boston College?
No. I want to say it's
Cambridge?
Plymouth.
Plymouth? I feel like Plymouth would have a school, but I don't know that it would be
Everyone
public.
died in Jamestown, right? So they probably didn't do a school.
All right, what is the answer?
Okay, so you say Boston, I say Plymouth.
Yeah.
Boston, very good.
Yeah.
Good job, Dash.
Yeah.
It was Boston.
Boston just feels like that kind of town. Like they would be like, you know what we should do? Give people education for free.
I mean, maybe. There's a lot of colleges there.
Yeah.
It's not free, but
No, but They're a very educated town.
Sure. Yes. Okay. Which U.S. location is the most filmed location in the world? Is it Central Park, Hollywood Boulevard, Times Square, or Venice Beach? Apparently, it's either New York or in California.
Times Square.
You think Times Square?
I think Times
that's
Square.
a good guess.
The most filmed location? Yeah.
I think that's a good guess.
Hollywood Boulevard, yeah, a lot, but I just feel like
Is Hollywood Boulevard where the Hollywood sign is?
I don't know.
Or are those different?
No, those are different. But I've
been to LA and I
can't remember a lot of movies that have been filmed in front of the Hollywood sign, but any movie that is set in New York almost invariably has
Times Square in it.
Yeah, Times Square.
And the other thing is Times Square is iconic. So
Right.
like if someone was in Central Park, I wouldn't be able to recognize that it was Central Park even if I've been there.
Okay, yeah.
Unless
you just
they're
be like, it's a park.
unless they're in like the strawberry field section and they show you the thing for John Lennon on the ground. That's the only way I would know it was Central Park, unless they
Right.
show you that it's Central Park or they say it.
Right.
But you know what Times Square looks like.
Exactly.
Like everybody knows what Times Square looks like. And there's New Year's there every year.
Yes. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So I'm with you. I think it's Times Square. Let's
All right.
find out. It's Central Park.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Maybe every park in every movie is Central Park and we just don't know it. Really? Central Park?
It's possible, I guess. Yeah.
That's blowing my mind.
It's one of my favorite parts of the Spider-Man games is because they're using New York as the backdrop, you can swing around Central Park. It's really cool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Is it like actually geographically accurate, Central Park?
Yeah.
Okay.
That castle that's there, that's there.
I don't know if I've ever seen the castle.
I mean, Central Park is gigantic.
Yeah. Every time I go, which hasn't been in a very, very long time, but every time I go, I just go to the strawberry fields part.
Okay.
And I like look at the Dakota.
Yeah.
And look at the Imagine on the ground. And then I move on with life. Okay.
All right, so
wow, that's blowing my mind, Central
Yeah.
Park. Okay. All right. Which famous detective bureau was hired by the government to track down Jesse James and the other Wild West outlaws?
Oh, okay.
Do you think you have an answer?
I thought I had an answer, but now
Okay.
that I'm thinking about it, the bureau that I was thinking wasn't around then yet.
When
So,
was Jesse James? The
1700s?
17
Yeah,
Okay.
1800s maybe?
in the olden days.
In the olden days.
Ye oldie westy days.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Federal Bureau of Investigation.
No.
Texas Rangers, the Pinkertons, the Mystery Machine Detective Agency. It has to be the Texas Rangers, right?
Yeah, it might
The
have been
Central
Texas
Park
Rangers.
Rangers.
Either
No.
way, they didn't get him. Jesse James was killed by a coward named Robert Ford.
Oh, you saw that Brad Pitt movie, huh? Wasn't
Yes.
that Brad Pitt and Casey Affleck?
Yes.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was an amazing movie.
Is it?
Yes. Such a good movie. A little long, but
That's probably why I
cinematically
didn't see it.
amazing.
That's probably why I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I want to say Texas Rangers.
Texas Ranger sounds right to me.
Yeah? But
Mhm.
okay, Texas Rangers.
No?
It was the Pinkertons. This is hard.
Okay.
Americana trivia game. You are besting us.
I figured that's why they named the Texas Rangers baseball team the Texas Rangers after the Bureau. Who are the Pinkertons?
I don't know. I thought the Pinkertons was fictional. Like the Pinkerton Detective Agency. I really thought it was a fictional
like
thing.
the Mystery Machine Detective Agency?
Right.
The
Yeah, I
Scooby-
thought the Pinkertons were fake.
Mm.
I
Maybe
might
they're
have
real.
to Google it after this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm definitely interested. I mean, they didn't get him, but
Okay, this one I definitely know. This one I definitely
Okay.
know. Bruce Springsteen famously sang about being born in the USA. But which U.S. state was he born in? Do you know off the top of your head?
Of course.
Yeah. What is it?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. He's the boss.
He's like our only claim to fame.
Yeah. He's the reason New Jersey didn't just get subsumed into New York.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm kidding.
And
It's
like,
okay.
But then we lose Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. He's all we have.
What? Kevin Smith.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Chris Gethard. He's a comedian.
Oh, yeah. Chris Gethard is from New Jersey.
He's from New Jersey.
All right, we have a few. And the Jersey Devil.
And the Devil.
You don't want to lose the Jersey Devil.
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen is from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been getting into beef lately with people about Bruce Springsteen. It's been fun, actually. I like Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Like, for what it is, I enjoy his songs. Okay, which of the following former U.S. presidents is not featured on Mount Rushmore?
Okay.
Teddy Roosevelt, John Adams, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson. John Adams.
John Adams.
I could not tell you what John Adams looks like.
I couldn't tell you what John Adams looks
So
like.
if you... Okay, Mount Rushmore is Teddy Roosevelt, Lincoln, Jefferson,
Washington.
and Washington.
Yeah.
So it's got to be John Adams.
Mhm.
Was John Adams number 2?
John Adams. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he in Hamilton?
I only know it because of Hamilton.
I was going to say he's in Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton. Okay.
Who'll
yeah, John
be
Adams.
next? And they're like, John Adams?
What a strange and unique name.
At the time, I guess, yeah.
No.
No?
No. John Adams? I feel like that...
Can you imagine if people voted for John Adams just because they were like, oh, it's got to be one of the 5 or 6 John Adams I know?
Well, you know that happened in Miami, right?
What?
There was an election where they ran somebody of the same name to try to confuse people
Oh, to try
into
to split
voting.
the vote?
Yes. And it worked.
Genius.
Give that... It's not genius. It's actually insidious and horrible.
Oh, I mean, it is insidious and horrible, but it's also genius.
And it's also a very Miami specific thing.
Yeah.
Like, I literally work with somebody who has my name.
Right,
Like, there's another professor that has my exact name.
right.
Not my middle initial, but every 3 to 6 months, I'll get an email about like a nursing class or something, and I'm like, I wish I could tell you the answer. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't have it for you. But like, it's also, I feel like that's also a very Miami specific thing. I mean, maybe it's happening with Mike Smiths all over the United States and we just don't know, but
Right.
There's a lot of people with the same name in Miami. So, do you know anyone with your same name?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
do?
Yeah, I get a lot of, because my last name is very common.
No, your last name is common.
But my first name, no.
But
No.
first and last name?
No. First initial, last name, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, my first initial and last name is, I
Yeah.
mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I get a lot of like Daniels.
Okay.
And there was a Dadian once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then because my last name is common, you get a lot of like the D's.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Please, first initial, my last name, forget it.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Forget
those.
it. It's over. Like, every time I go somewhere and I have to, like, check in or whatever, they're like, what's your last name? And I tell them, and I'm like, that's not helpful information. I am not giving you information that will help you find me. I need to just give you my whole name.
Mm-hmm.
All right. On which river did Lewis and Clark begin their famous journey? The Mississippi, the Hudson, the Missouri, or the Kansas?
I want to say it's Mississippi, right? Because that was their whole thing, is charting west of the Mississippi.
Was it?
I think
But
so.
doesn't the Mississippi go north-south?
Yeah. So they started at the Mississippi and worked their way west.
Oh, they just, like, went to the river and started walking?
That's what
They didn't go down the river?
That's my understanding of it. I could be wrong.
I want to say it was the Missouri River just because I want to disagree with you.
That's
I don't
new.
know if there's a Kansas River. That feels fake.
I'm sure there is. If there's a river in Kansas.
The
at some
Hudson
point.
River definitely exists.
Yes. But I don't think they started at the Hudson.
The Mississippi River definitely exists. The Missouri River definitely exists. Kansas, I don't know. If you're in Kansas
Let
and
us
there's a
know.
Kansas River, please let us know. We are not going to Google.
No. Not for Kansas.
Okay.
River.
So you say Mississippi, I'd say Missouri. I was right.
You were right. It's the
Yes,
Missouri River?
it's the Missouri River. That's what I
Okay.
thought, because I think Missouri goes east to west,
Uh-huh.
and it would...
So they followed the Missouri River.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
because you got to
Yeah.
have water.
Stay close to the river. Yeah.
Right,
that does
you got to
make
have
sense,
water.
actually.
If you're by the river, you've got water and you've got fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your
You're right.
horses... Yeah.
That does make a lot more sense.
So they needed an east to west river.
Uh-huh. Maybe they started at where the Missouri River and the Mississippi River intersect, and we were both right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, who said, I have not yet begun to fight? John Paul Jones, George Washington, Paul Revere, or Patrick Henry? I don't know.
I don't know.
How about Patrick Henry?
I feel like Patrick Henry's the right answer.
I don't know who he was.
George Washington, I don't think said that. Paul Revere is not famous for having said that.
No, he was famous for riding a horse.
Yeah.
I don't know who John Paul Jones is either. He feels like a member of the Monkees or something.
The name sounds familiar. It sounds like 3 members of the Monkees, John, Paul, and Jones. No,
and
I
then
don't.
Dingo.
Yeah, I don't remember, but
I feel like it's Patrick. I feel like Patrick Henry did a fighting thing.
okay. Yeah.
I don't know who he was.
I don't know who he was, but
Okay. Oh, it was John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones. All 3 of them.
I don't know who you are, John Paul Jones, but I'm guessing it was in the middle of a fight
I
that he
assume
said,
so,
"I have not yet
yeah.
begun to fight."
Definitely after he lost a battle.
It's kind of a baller move, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's
I'm not going to Google that. If you know who John Paul Jones is,
That's the
let us know.
olden equivalent of I can do this all day.
Ye oldie.
Yeah.
What's I could do this all day?
That's from the Avengers. Captain
Oh.
America.
Oh.
He gets beaten up and they're like, have you had enough? And he says, I could do this all day. And then it just comes back a few times during the series.
Oh. I love Captain America. Didn't they just make a new Captain America movie?
They did, The Brave and the Bold, with this time the Falcon, Anthony Mackie,
Yeah.
is Captain America. Yeah.
Okay.
I have not seen
Like
it
he
yet.
took over the shield or
Yeah.
something?
So after, spoiler alert, after the events of Avengers Endgame, Steve Rogers decides to stay in the past, and he comes to the present as an old man and hands the shield over to Sam and tells him, you're the new Captain America.
Who is Falcon?
Who is Falcon, yeah. And then there's a whole TV series where Falcon
I mean,
sort of...
pretty convenient that you pick someone who's already kind of super.
Yeah, right.
Wow, bro. Okay, what is the oldest city in America? Is it Jamestown, Virginia, Plymouth, Massachusetts, New York, or St. Augustine, Florida? I think it's St. Augustine.
It's St. Augustine, yeah. Incorporate, like actual city.
Yeah, I think it's St. Augustine, right?
Yeah, St. Augustine.
Answer, St. Augustine. Ooh, this one we get a explanation. None
Yeah.
of the other ones had an explanation. This
Oh,
says, Jamestown is merely the oldest English settlement. The oldest city in the United States is actually St. Augustine, Florida. The area was originally claimed for Spain by famous explorer Ponce de Leon in 1513. The United States took control in 1821. Yeah, we knew that. We have been to the oldest city in America. I've been there.
Yeah.
You've been
Yeah,
there, right?
I've been there, yeah. Oldest city in America. Also the most haunted city in America, or so they claim.
So I don't know. I feel like New Orleans is...
That's fair, yeah. It's probably fairly haunted.
I mean, it's easy to say the oldest city is the most haunted. Yeah, it's been around the longest. More people have died. But, like, honestly, if we're going off vibes, it's New Orleans.
I mean, apparently there's...
Don't you think?
I guess, but, like, St. Augustine is rumored to have a little ghost girl who waits by the Welcome to St. Augustine sign. So it's like, right as you walk in, it's there.
I don't know. I definitely felt like Salem was 100% more haunted than St. Augustine, but purely off of vibes.
Yeah.
New Orleans feels like it's way more haunted.
Okay. I haven't been
To
to
me.
New Orleans, so I couldn't tell you.
New Orleans feels way more haunted to me.
Yeah. I cannot opine.
Yeah. But Salem is haunted. For real.
For real. Yeah.
For real. For real, though, Salem's haunted. Okay. Yeah.
That truck had a bullet in the antenna.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Fun. What is the deepest lake in the United States, Dash? Is it Lake Tahoe, Crater Lake, Lake Superior, or Lake Chelan?
In North America, is that? In the
United
States.
States.
Because it's Americana. Superior is my guess. I don't think Crater Lake is that deep.
Really?
I think it's wide. I don't think it's deep. I could be wrong.
I don't know. If it's Lake Superior, I'm going to be sad because I didn't know it and it's Michigan trivia.
Yeah.
Lake Superior is cold, but I don't know how deep it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where's Lake Chelan?
I've
Chelan.
never heard of Chelan. Which is what makes me think that it isn't that, because I feel like if it's the deepest lake
You
in
would
the
have
country, you
heard
would have
of
heard
it.
about it. Right. I've heard of Crater Lake and I've heard of Lake Superior.
Crater Lake's out west somewhere, right?
Yeah. But Crater Lake is famous because it's a crater, not because it's deep.
Yeah, but isn't a crater deep?
It can be, depending on
I'm
how.
going to say Crater Lake.
All right.
All right? I was right.
Crater Lake?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
I need to look up Crater Lake. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to look up after this episode, just because I didn't know that, and now I want to know more about
We'll
it.
do a bonus?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this one I know too. Which U.S. state's flag contains a brown grizzly bear? Do you know off the top of your
California.
head? Yeah, it's California.
Yeah.
Let's do a couple more.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Where's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame located?
Cleveland.
Cleveland rocks. It doesn't, but it's in Cleveland, Ohio. Hi, Ohio listeners. That's it. Just hello.
Please get out.
I am getting
Of
all
Ohio,
of the.
not-
Do you get the Move to Ohio ads?
What? No.
I do. Like every time I'm listening to podcasts, they're like, "Your dog wants you to move to Ohio." I was like, first of all, my dog is in the afterlife. Second of all, no, he doesn't. My dog does not want me to move to Ohio. Nobody wants me to
Nobody
move to
wants-
Ohio, including myself. You haven't gotten any move to
I haven't
Ohio
done
ads?
any move to Ohio ads.
They're
no.
like, great jobs, great quality of life, or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
move to Ohio. And I
mean,
was
they're
like,
really-
girl, first of all, if you have to do an entire ad campaign to get people to move to your state,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a great state.
No.
Eat. Which sandwich was declared the official sandwich of Philadelphia in 1992?
The
Has
Philly
to be the cheesesteak.
Right.
Have you ever had one?
I have. A real Philly cheesesteak.
I've never been to Philly, so I'm saving myself for when I go to Philly and have a real Philly
fair.
cheesesteak. But yeah, it has to be a cheesesteak. It's not.
No?
It's a hoagie. Philadelphia, please. What are we doing?
Not
A
even
hoagie?
like a cream cheese bagel? I would have accepted
Well, the
Philadelphia
options
cream cheese
were
bagel.
Reuben Muffaletta. That's a New Orleans thing.
Yeah.
Cheesesteak and a hoagie. And apparently the answer is hoagie.
No way.
I'm horrified, Philadelphia.
Philly, what are you doing? Your whole thing is Rocky and a cheesesteak. I guess
And
you got the Liberty Bell. But
And that Billy Joel song, Philadelphia Freedom. And that movie about Tom Hanks. You guys have 5 things, and one of them is a cheesesteak, and 0 of them are hoagies.
Yeah.
It's almost as horrifying
they have.
as...
That's Pennsylvania.
What?
I'm sorry, Hershey. That's not Philadelphia.
That's a different city,
Yeah.
same state.
Yeah.
It's almost as horrifying as the fact that Florida's state dessert is not key lime pie. Excuse me.
What is their dessert?
The state dessert of Florida
Uh-huh.
is strawberry shortcake. Get out of here.
Absolutely
Excuse
not.
me. If you're responsible, I hope you wake up every day in shame.
The thing that is of your state has to be the thing that originated in your state.
It makes no
Like,
what
you
is
can't
wrong
get
with
key
these
lime
people?
pie. You can only get key limes
In
from the Keys.
the Keys.
So
That's
therefore,
the key in key lime.
correct. You won't get
Listen.
it in Jacksonville.
Listen, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
It is.
It's
It's
wrong.
incorrect. That's incorrect.
It is incorrect and it's wrong. We have citizen petitions on the ballot in the state of Florida, at least the current moment that we do. And I might just make one because it's wrong, frankly. Which state has the most coastline area?
California.
California, Alaska, Maine, or Hawaii?
Oh.
It's either Alaska or Hawaii. It can't be California.
Ooh,
Alaska's
Hawaii.
huge.
Hawaii. I'm
And
sorry,
it's
Alaska.
Peninsula, and
Yeah,
Hawaii is all islands,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a bunch of them.
Yeah, yeah.
It has to be Alaska.
Has to be Alaska. Alaska is
You forget Alaska
deceptively
exists.
huge. Yeah.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's huge.
It added a third to our country. That's how big it is.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is huge. It has to have. Plus, it has those little islands and everything. It has to be Alaska.
If I'm not mistaken, from my geography lessons when I was doing geography Bs, you could split Alaska right down the middle in two, and it would still contain the 2 biggest states in the Union.
It's bigger than Texas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's huge.
Because on maps, it looks way smaller
Well,
than
yeah,
Texas.
but because of the map that we're using, it's the mercantile projection, which like it makes Africa look small, and Africa's like 3 times the size of the U.S.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The on a flat map, everything is sized incorrectly, and they make Alaska look smaller because it's all the way up in like a corner. But
Yeah,
it makes
but I'm
Greenland
thinking,
look
like,
gigantic.
Even on a globe,
Yeah.
I feel like Alaska's about like Greenland sized.
Right.
It's not Texas sized. But yeah, it's Alaska. It has to be Alaska.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do one more.
All right.
Which state has the largest economy in the Union? Is it Texas, New York, Alaska, or California?
It's either
What does
gonna.
that mean, the largest economy? Is that like most people?
I guess money making.
Most money? Most ways to make money?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I want to say it's the total of money in to money out. And if that's the case, it's got to be either California or New York.
Because there's a lot of people there?
No, like a lot of money flows through New York. That's why the stock exchange is there.
Uh-huh.
But California also contains the largest influx of money because of all the ports and the stuff coming in from other countries.
New York also has a couple ports, no?
New York has plenty of ports. Yeah, absolutely. Well, so does Florida.
Yeah.
Our 3 biggest import areas are Florida, New York, and California.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. Texas does have a lot of oil, but it doesn't have the internal economics of New York, because New York kind of handles the money for everybody. You know?
Yeah, like headquarters of banks and stuff are there.
Right. Correct.
Yeah, but I just don't know what largest economy means.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
does that mean the most people, too? Like, the most people spending money? Because that's got to be
That's part of it, I guess. Yeah.
either California or New York.
Yeah.
Because Texas is huge, but it doesn't have that many people. And same thing with Alaska. It has
This
even
is
less
if
people.
we were playing Do You Want to Be a Millionaire? This would be when we say, like, I need the 50-50 lifeline.
And
And then it narrows it down to California and New York. And you're like, well, that was a waste.
Yeah. And then you phone a friend. Are the phone a friends allowed to Google?
No.
No.
No, you're not allowed
How are
to.
you going to keep someone from Googling?
It's just kind of, I guess
They're
it's
at
kind of
home.
on the honor system.
Yeah.
But the person that you do the phone a friend with is on the line the entire time. It's not like, yeah. They call them ahead of time and say, hey, this person is playing, they have you as a phone a friend. Please hold if they need you or whatever. You're kind of on the line. Yeah, it's not like a surprise. They don't like call you home and you're like, hey, can I get back to you? Because I'm sort of.
Maybe they like lock your phone or something.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think it was that
Anyway,
advanced back
so
in the 90s.
What are we gonna say? New York?
I'm gonna wager New York.
You're gonna go with New York?
I'm gonna go with New York. It might be California, but I'm gonna wager New York.
I don't know. I'll go with California. We'll split the 50-50 right down the middle.
There
Watch
you
it
go.
be neither. Oh, it's California.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
we did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
We split the 50-50.
I am
I'm
happy-
fine with that.
I am happy with the California answer.
Yeah. All right. You want to do any more?
I think we're good on that one.
I think that was great. Okay.
I think we learned a lot of American history.
We didn't. We
did.
realized how much American history we didn't actually know.
Yeah, but
Who's this? John Quincy Adams Booth? John
Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones and Ringo? John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? We gotta look him
Well, his
up.
name is my name too.
Oh, yeah. Do people always shout? I hate that.
Every time I go out.
So that was the Americana trivia game by Kickerland Games.
Yeah.
Where have you been lately?
Okay. It's a pretty solid little road trip game.
Yeah, this is great. It's a tiny little game. It's even smaller than a pack of Altoids, but it's made of metal.
Yeah. So the cards aren't going to get damaged in your purse?
Right. And you can just throw it in your bag or throw it at your children. I don't know why I always envision people in the front seat throwing things at their children.
Because kids get annoying and then
I
you
guess.
just go, here, play a game.
Just here, be quiet, play a game. Should we rate it?
Sure.
I'm going to rate it.
We definitely need to rate it because of how good the box is.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to rate this.
Do it over here so they can see.
Okay, I'm going to rate this a tiny little dollhouse bed. Like, you just see it and you're like, it's so cozy. It brings me joy. It's tiny. It's giving.
Like when you're done with it, you can just put some cotton under it.
Yeah, like when you're done with,
bed.
like you just put it away and you like to just look at how nice and clean and tidy it looks. So I'm definitely giving this a dollhouse bed.
Yeah.
The cards, I do prefer for a card game that the answer and the options are on different sides.
Right, yeah.
Just because that way everybody can play, you know?
You don't have one person who knows the answer.
Right, exactly. We figured it out.
Yeah.
But I prefer when the answer is on a different side of the card.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. There's probably, 50 to 60 cards here?
Yeah, that looks about roughly
couple
a
of
deck
times.
of cards, yeah.
And they're very well designed. They match the box. They're a really pretty color. I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give these a postcard that you might send from a national park.
Okay.
The cards.
Okay.
Playability. It's a trivia game.
Yeah. Super easy.
Real easy.
Yeah. The questions weren't that easy.
The questions were surprisingly hard.
Yeah.
And also,
I do like that they give you the multiple choice.
I love the multiple choice. I wish they explained more on the cards. Although I could see now everyone in the car gets on their phone and they're Googling what they didn't know, which is probably what we're going to do.
I will say this. Trivia game, if you're planning on making a trivia game, my suggestion to you is put the answer, brief one sentence little explanation. Just because it's real fun to be like, oh, I didn't know that, and then just get a little bit more.
You get a little factoid with it.
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
Like the John Paul Jones one, right? Okay, John Paul Jones said, I have not yet begun to fight. It would have been nice to have known when he said that or what were the circumstances, right? That would have been a nice little thing.
Maybe we'll have to Google and find out.
Yeah, no, we definitely will be. Yeah.
All right, okay. So that was it, everybody. That was the Americana trivia game. We're still on the road.
We're still on the road. And we will be for a while.
We will be on the road for more hours.
Because Florida is the state where you can drive for 8 hours and you're still in Florida.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will be on the road for approximately 124 more miles, according to the signage that we just passed.
But don't worry, we've got our 90s playlist. We have recorded 2 episodes of the podcast. We've got our Choose Your Own Adventure sodas.
Cheers to Wawa.
Cheers to Wawa.
And cheers to you, little ghosties.
And you'll see us next time. Bye.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Now we'd love to hear from you.
You can visit playdatepod.us to watch our videos,
Access our episode library,
find out more about our brand of quality, clean comedy,
and contact us with any questions or comments.
Improvisers love audience suggestions, so make sure you visit playdatepod.us.
And the podcast you just heard was a production of Society Circus Players.
If you like what you heard today, please rate, review, subscribe, and share it with a friend.
And finally, if life's a circus, we're the clowns!
You almost lost your top.
No, that top came off. That was scary for a second.
Could have been real bad.
Ooh.
Real wet. Real wet in this car.
And then we would have just had to have sit in it.
You. I probably would have been fine.